land. Now they're putting the ILS approach in the box. So somebody's heads down on the computer doing that. Then both pilots have to brief the approach. They have to talk about all the details on that approach. Let me show you, while they're doing that, all of the different flap checklists, okay? This is where it gets kind of crazy, all right? This first one is off of my airplane, and it's a flaps drive checklist. It's kind of short. It's the one down at the bottom. And there's only a couple of items. You kind of got to read that out loud, but both pilots have to pay attention to that. Okay, the next checklist now looks like this. All right, you've got a flaps primary fail, here's how we would handle it in the cockpit. Let's say it was a flaps primary fail light that came on. I would have to pull up the checklist, and I would have to read word for word, condition, flap primary mode is failed. Number 1, ground prox flap override switch override. What's the ground prox flap override switch? It's a switch right on the dashboard of the airplane that overrides a warning that I would get. It's an audible warning and a verbal warning over the computer when I get too slow for a particular flap configuration. Why is that important? Because I'm going to land with flaps 20 in my airplane, not the normal 25 or 30. So if I start to slow down for flaps 20, it's going to give me warnings. I don't want to hear those. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing flaps 20 on purpose. So I hit that override button, and then it says, note, plan more time for the slower flap operation, because it takes longer for the flaps to get out in that particular failure. And it says use flaps 20 and VREF 20 for landing. This gives improved ground go-around performance, determine advisory landing distance. Now that last little note there means I have to get into my iPad and I have to look at how long of runway I need to land with flaps 20 at the weight I'm at. All of that takes time. So when she says we're working checklists, those are the checklists that she's working. Flap slat control, lots the same. Some of it's a little bit different. They add a couple more steps in. All right, let's take a look at that. There's another checklist. Look at this one. All right, this one's got 5 things on it. It's got airspeed low, but it's also got